How you guys doing? It's Sunday. We all made it. Yes. That's true. Some of us could be zombies. We wouldn't know because we're all really tired. All right, who stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning last night?
Just 2.
Or how about later? All right, who hasn't gone to bed yet? You're supposed to go to bed at least for 2 hours. So we're glad that everyone at least went to sleep. That's good. You know, Saturday nights at cons is just the last night we all like lay down our hair and go out and have a good time because, you know, tomorrow's Sunday and next day is Sunday. We all have to pack up and go home. A lot of us has to go to work on Monday or go home or fly home. Or, like me, I took a personal day off because I want to sleep in for more than 4 hours. Which is a good thing. You know, it's like conventions, you know, it's always a sad thing when conventions come to an end. You know, we started here, it just seems like yesterday, you know, that was Thursday, today's Sunday, but, you know, we all started this, you know, 4 days across the hall as one, now we leave. An old friend of mine, Smosh, said that cons are like a fairy mound. You go in, time passed, you come out, and you went, what the heck just happened? Where am I, and what happened to the world? You know, we had great weather this weekend. We had some sunny weather, which was really nice here in Seattle. Very nice warm days. It's always nice to see the sun come out for a while, let the moss stop growing for a couple days. It's good that way. So, unfortunately, it lets my grass grow and means I have to mow my lawn next week. So, all right. So, a couple things I'd like to start off with. Thank you all for coming. It's been a wonderful time. I hope everyone's had a great time. We all had a great time. There was a lot of hours of programming. A lot of hours of programming. Who saw all of it? How many clones did you use?
32. I read the book, so I saw them, right?
All right, yeah.
There were clones?
Yeah. So one of the things, if you guys got a chance to look at the Daily Zine, our lovely publications. We get a lot of P's. Personnel, programming, publications. Come on, can we just change all of our names of our departments so we can say them correctly? She stayed up all night till 4 o'clock in the morning putting our zine together so we can see all the changes and all the fun things. And I like these because they give me something to read because there's a couple things I always like. Like they said what? I just love the fact that, okay, I just can't say that one. Even for Norwescon, this is a very smooth convention, kind of like whiskey. We get better with age. I love you. I love you too. Who are you? Oh my God, I've been zip-tied. Where's the Patowskis? Oh, they're downstairs.
They're moving things.
They're moving things. All right, so we had a great time. Like I said, I want to thank all. We have our lovely guest of honor come up and say a few words. We're going to do this in pairs. I only have 4 chairs and 5 GOHs here, so who would like to come up first? That's Catherine's right there. Let's bring up Catherine. All right. Lee, you want to come up?
Sure.
All right. Tony, you want to come up? All right. Alright guys, you made it. You made it through our lovely convention. You guys have a good time?
Yes.
All right, here. You guys can hear me fine?
Yeah.
Alright.
I had the best time. You guys put on the best convention. I mean, yeah, give yourself a hand. I have to just say, the friendliness of people, all the programming. I mean, people were getting up for 10 o'clock panels on hard science fiction. I mean, now that's a good convention. When you pack the room at 10 in the morning to talk about hard SF. But everybody's just been so wonderfully friendly, and all the programming has been fun, and all the meeting everybody. I have to admit, last night I meant to go to a lot more parties than I did. But I was so, you know, I'd been going all day meeting so many people that I fell asleep. But that's because I was having such a great time, and I want to thank you all for making me your author guest of honor. I couldn't have asked for a better convention. Thank you.
there's one thing about it that's been really weird. I didn't know that the other guests of honor would be segregated throughout the event. Like, this is the first time that I've been hanging out. Like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And that's weird to me. So weird. I've had so much fun. Actually, our author guest of honor got to share the packed judging room at the costume call last night. It was very fun. We had a great time. Loved everything. Super delighted to wake up this morning to salve the wound that Spectrum has given me this year by turning down every piece in my calendar, which is the best thing I've ever done. And then I woke up and I was like, look, I have two blue ribbons. I want to make them epaulets. It's been fantastic. Thank you so much.
Well, I lived in Seattle. I moved up here. I went to Clarion West, the writing workshop, and then moved up here right after 1989 and lived for 6 years. And then I moved away, and I really haven't been back since then. And it was just so wonderful to be back in the Northwest. And I used to come to Norwescons all through the 90s, the early 90s. And I saw so many faces that I recognized but could not remember the names at all. But it felt like I was surrounded by friends that I just couldn't remember who they were. And people began to reintroduce themselves. And I was slowly, throughout the weekend, just felt more and more at home until now I have to leave. But Bain Books really appreciates also your wonderful letting us come out here and show our stuffs and our wares. And it's a great honor to have been here.
So you said you got some room parties. Did you guys all go to some room parties? Yes. Which ones did you go to?
Well, if I told you about an exclusive party, then how exclusive would it be? I mean, is this some kind of trick question? There was a lot of whiskey. I mean, really, there was so much whiskey. I think I may be the only one who remembers because I don't drink. But it was really fun. I had a great time.
Do you know what actually for me the most fun was this morning? I did a dance class. And it was like a party. Some people showed up and we had a wonderful time dancing back and forth, and there was a member of the staff was there too. And I just had a blast. It's the first time I've taught had a dance workshop at a convention. And I think I'm going to do it all the time now. Because everybody just got together, we had a good time, we were laughing and having fun. Woo!
We are a multifaceted community science and fantasy convention. We have a lot of stuff, a lot of things to do. Many things I would like to go see and never do. It's kind of cool. So, what else did you guys have a chance to do that was fun? You enjoyed the most? How about you, Tony?
Meeting Edward, this wonderful scientist, was great. Just in general. Seeing Rainier through the window while I went to panels, and seeing this, being able to give out free books is really fun. And we had a lot of them that we gave out at our little road show and at our party last night. So I hope there's a whole bunch floating around the Northwest now, and that there'll be lots of readers of these wonderful books, including Catherine's.
Yeah, I'm just people that I got to listen this morning, but I volunteer, I need a signature.
I would be happy to. Yeah, that was another thing that was fun, was the Bain Roadshow. You know, you have your books at a publisher, but you don't hear a lot about the other authors there. And seeing not only the other authors, but the covers and how you go from the artwork to the covers, it was a lot of fun. It really gives you an inside look at what's going on.
Do I have any memory left? I'm over 40. I seem to remember a party last night. I just enjoyed everything. I mean, this crazy panel of what's on your walls earlier today all the artists now want everything that the other artists own. So that's fun. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
All right,
You gaming and they're meeting each other.
I want to thank you guys for coming. It's been a great honor to hang out with you guys, get a chance to talk to you at the opening ceremonies, and a chance to talk to you guys at the closing ceremonies. I want to thank you guys for coming and flying out. Feel free to come back anytime. Anytime you guys want to come back.
We'll discuss.
Thank you. All right, Gardner would like to come up. How about Edward? Let's give a round of applause for our special guest, science guest.
I don't need no stinking microphone.
All right, Gardner, I do have one question for Gardner. Did you find a nubile base?
Well, you know, I went to all the trouble to get a huge hot tub full of whipped cream set up in my room. And then, you know, no girls showed up. Now I'm going to have to tear down the damn hot tub and ship it to the next convention. And, you know, the freighter truck for the whipped cream alone is, you know, very expensive.
I'm sure it is. You got to figure out how to write that off as a business expense.
Yes. I can write a novel about whipped cream.
So did you guys have a good time?
Oh, sure. We had a great time. Very good, very nice hospitality out here at this convention. And I've always loved Seattle and the Pacific Northwest, so it's nice to get out here again. And they graciously invited me to the lifetime members dinner up in Maxie's, and we actually got to see Mount Rainier for a minute or two.
We had it shipped out for you.
We did.
That's whipped cream on top, Gardner.
Part of the clouds for you. I mean, it's just up there like big clouds some days.
No, I had a good time. I went to all 3 nights. I went up to the presidential suite, lapped up free booze, consoled myself for the lack of women showing up at the hotel. No, I had a great time.
How would you ever?
Oh, this was a mind-blowing experience for me. It's hard to say where to begin. The fantastic fellow guests of honor. I just really, as I've said all along, it really makes me especially honored to be in their company, and the talents of the people that I've seen here, the variety, the knowledge. It really has been a most impressive thing, especially for somebody who has attended a lot of academic meetings. And there's a really wonderful attitude toward knowledge and toward learning and collegiality and friendship here. You have to have attended a lot of academic meetings to understand what I'm talking about. And I did as a science editor, and I have as a historian. I mean, Society for the History of Technology is different. That is a lot of fun too. Geosciences and geophysics meetings are also fun, but I think even compared to them, this is in a special category. And so also for a historian, it's really great to see this kind of hands-on approach to the past that I found here, that people are really interested in understanding the Middle Ages by writing about the Middle Ages, but also by riding horses in ways that are like comparable to medieval knights, and by handling replica weapons. And I've learned about an international tournament where people actually recreate medieval techniques and are carried off on backboards. I mean, it's really quite a lot of very really unexpected things and amazing people that I've met here, and I'm sure there were others. I see some things I wasn't able to attend. And next time I'm ever at an event like this, I'll be sure to bring my clones. I didn't have them this time, and I really do.
You probably don't see many Daleks at academic.
I think I counted 3, 4 It was the coolest thing ever. I was like,
Sorry I missed her. There's been a big galley going up and down the corridor.
Yeah, I think that belonged to one of the volunteers then.
Oh, you mean downstairs on the girl? She is a sweetheart. I know. I see this way. I'm friends with her, and she showed me Facebook. She's my friend. Did she see when she grows up? There's a girl with a big. I forget always her name.
So one of the things, and you got a chance to see all these cups, what was one thing that stood out in your mind that makes it, you had a great time doing, or you're going to take a memory home, except a sad memory. We don't want sad memories, no, no whipped cream or the hot dog.
Well, that was a big disappointment.
Yeah.
One thing that impressed me, a very little minor, stupid thing, was I've never seen a convention before where the hotel check-in clerks at the front desk were wearing convention T-shirts. That sort of says it all, I think, about how well you get along with your hotel folk out here.
There's certain of our people who work at the hotel, they demand to work this weekend so they can get the shirts. So they demand to have to work this convention because we're a lot of fun and they get the free shirt. It's kind of cool.
The big surprise and maybe the high point of the whole meeting for me was the masquerade. I had no, when I heard about the masquerade, I thought that everybody brings along some kind of costume and everybody dances or something, and so I had no idea that the costumes and the presentations would really be so amazing. So many of them were really among the most ingenious things of their kind that I've seen, and the way that people were wearing them and the fun that everybody was having. I thought that was absolutely amazing, and I don't think you're going to find that in the American Historical Association.
The little kids dressed like fairies who were flittering throughout the lobby yesterday were amusing.
And some of the kids masquerade. Their facial, their facial expressions. It was, you couldn't coach that. How were they able to do that? But they were so absolutely.
They used
right.
cattle prods.
Well, I'm glad you both came out. I was really honored to meet both of you. I want to thank you for coming out to Norwescon 36.
Well, thank all of you.
All right, Terry decided like we do on Thursday, flew out to London, but he had something he would like to say. All right, as he takes a moment, last night at the Masquerade, we announced who our guest of honor for Norwescon 37 is going to be. I'm really excited. Our guest of honor is going to be Michael Moorcock. Our artist guest of honor is Robert Gould. Our special guest of honor, as I brutalized her first name, is Shauna Shannon McGuire. All right, Don, take it away.
I'd just like to say goodbye to everybody. We'd like to thank you very much for including me in this particular celebration. It's been a number of years since I've been here at Norwescon, even though I'm a resident and have lived in Seattle now for, I think it's 25, 26 years, and know that the convention is here. It always seems that there's a conflict of some sort. So I was very glad to be able to attend this year. Obviously, I'm pleased to be chosen as a Grand Master by Norwescon. That's and to discover at the same time that nobody expects me to die anytime soon. Maybe I can come back and collect a Grandmaster award someday. But it has been a lot of fun. I've talked to a lot of you while I've been here. A lot of the professionals are people that I've known for a while. And it's the kind of thing that I'm sort of harkening back to what I said at the beginning of the opening, in the opening ceremonies, that this is very much a family experience for those of us who have become part of fandom and part of the convention experience. It's always great fun to come back and see everybody else having such a good time, bringing their families here, experiencing the joy of books and comics and gaming and science fiction fantasy. I hope I'll be able to come back and spend some time again with you soon. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Terry. All right. My next person I'd like to bring up is William Sadors to talk about the Philip K. Dick Awards. Yeah, sure, go on.
Okay, Philip K. Dick Award happened on Friday night, 7 o'clock. And I'm pleased to say that our special citation went to Love Star. That was Andre Magnuson's book. He's visiting family, I believe, right now. The award was actually presented for the Philip K. Dick Award for 2012 to Brian Slattery for Lost Everything.
William, would you like to say something about your department? William also happens to run our membership service department, which is our registration, our art show, and our dealer's room, and our IT department.
And I'm going to talk specifically about registration. We had a new system. Those people would like to give us input about it, please, after this at Onions and Roses. I'd love to hear it from you. We had 2,617 badges that we gave out this weekend. And as of this afternoon, when we closed pre-reg for Norwescon 37, we had 308 pre-reg memberships.
How's the art show going?
Art show is doing pretty good. They're breaking down right now. As you know, there were epaulets that were given out to Lee, wherever you are, Lee. There you are. I hope you wear them well.
I'll try.
We will be publishing the rest. It was inside the Daily Zine. I don't have the list in front of me for the other winners, the recipients of the awards. Let's see, Dealer's Room, they're very happy. Thank you very much for spending money. And also everyone who participated at the lobby tables, we really appreciate that too. Thank you.
The show is Lee Moyer's Theora.
Theora.
All right.
It means she who watches.
All right.
It's Greek.
Read a book!
You read tons of books.
It's Sunday, and I didn't go to sleep last night. Never said I could pronounce words. All right. So look at the Daily Zine. It's in here. If you don't have it, if you can't find them around the office, you can find them on your guidebook. So it's pretty cool. All right, next department I'd like to bring up is, well, that's my department, personnel. So we're going to do this. I'd like to bring up volunteers to come up and say something very quickly. This is Cora. She runs our Teen Runners department. Cora, would you like to say something about personnel?
Alright, and I go.
And this is Kat. She's our assistant personnel director.
I do not need a mic.
No, she doesn't.
I'm impressed. So the preliminary volunteer report. The total hours worked by our volunteers was 1,023 hours. And our top volunteer worked 50 3/4 hours this weekend.
We had some of our volunteers help stuff the bags of stuff you got when you came in and registered. They showed up last Sunday. We spent 2.5 hours shoving and stuffing 3,100 program bags. So, thank you, ladies.
Chris Marble.
Woohoo, Chris!
Thank you, ladies.
So Chris Marble has left the room, but he was very, very, very thrilled to be the recipient of a complimentary membership to next year's Norwescon.
Thank you, ladies. Our volunteers, like I said on our volunteers who come and volunteer do an amazing job for us. So if you want to next year, okay, who volunteered here in this weekend?
You guys rock.
All right. I want to thank you. Next year, if you feel like you want to help out the convention, the way you can help out is to volunteer. I appreciate it. All right. Next up is convention services. Is Josh in the room? All right. Then IT. Would you like to say something? Not IT. Technical services. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
You have something called the fickle.
What's this?
Well, maybe I should.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Voice.
We have something called the Fickle Tiki Award for whoever has worked in tech and does a fantastic job. And we discovered today that there was somebody who's been working in tech for years and years and has never gotten this. So we are giving this to Larry Stratton.
All right.
I got a question, Larry. Where were you last week?
Last week?
Yeah. Where you been for a while?
Japan.
Larry happens to be also in the Navy. So he got his time off. What does he do? He comes and helps us out. Larry, how long have you been working on this convention?
Well, I'm 27, so...
A very long time. Thank you, Larry. And congratulations. All right. Anyone else from convention services? Security, anyone? You guys never see those guys, so you're fine. All right, let's bring up programming. Lori, would you like to say something?
The program rocked!
Becky, I'm surprised you still have your voice. Come on, hang out. Hi, Lori.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So, did you guys all like the programming?
Yeah.
Her and her staff did a wonderful job.
Yes, they did. They did a fantastic job. I haven't counted yet because we did have to shuffle a few things around, but it was somewhere on the order of 400 hours of programming in my department. Are any of my members of my staff here? No, because...
What, just me?
Just you.
They're all busy.
Yes. Oh, hey, I have a track meet. Yay. Yeah, most of my staff is currently still tearing down the green room. Any pros in the audience take advantage of the green room?
Yes.
Yes. What do you think about the green room?
Awesome.
Those folks work their butts off. They are still working their butts off, packing things up and getting things shipped out. This is my first year as programming director. I had a lot of fun. It's definitely a learning experience. Planning on throwing my name in the hat for next year. Sunny Jim was a very able teacher for examples of how to do things. I was really excited to be able to announce our guests of honor. And if you haven't heard, our theme for next year is elegance and entropy. Figured give everybody lots of material to come up with some interesting ideas for us. If you're interested in being a panelist or a track lead or submitting an idea for a panel, programming at norwescon.org is the place to go. I won't know whether or not I'm running the department until about the end of July, so, but that address works year-round, and there's always somebody monitoring it. We can file away any ideas for next year. If you've got any ideas or any comments on any panels, feel free to send them my way. They'll end up in my inbox one way or another.
So during the programming, I know I'm going to pick on Sonny Jim because he's been sitting there, and we never got a chance to see if you guys got a chance to walk the hallway down by the art show and Grand 2 and the Masquerade, I saw a lovely display of our single pattern contest, which is a phenomenal contest that we showcase some of our lovely contestants. And Sonny Jim, who won?
Okay, memory. So, best workmanship, and the Judge's Choice Award went to Tracy Plunkett for the leather Game of Thrones bag. Janice Mears won best use of recycled and repurposed materials for the bag of devouring, which was awesome, and had amazing handwork in it as well. And the fan favorite was MJ, last name, Parker, for the fabulous Alice in Wonderland bag.
Good chance that was a wonderful.
There was a few people out there helping me saran wrap that puppy, but mostly that was scraps from my garage and saran wrap. So
a lot of people came by and just held it up and touched it for a little bit. Said, "Look, we helped." Anything else, Lori? Okay, I'm sorry.
I know, I have coworkers who worked with for 10 years. Who can't remember how to pronounce my name.
I know, you can call me Robbie, how's that? If I screw up your name, you can call me Robbie.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I've spent all weekend in the green room, it's very, I'm to the point where I'm losing nouns. But my staff has been amazing, my track leads have been amazing, the green room staff and stage management folks have been incredible. All the clocks worked. The panelists were also fantastic. We got some really great feedback, and I'm just really pleased with how things went, and eager to do it again next year.
All right, thank you. I don't see him, but is Tommy still in here? He must have left. Tom is probably back washing dishes. We've got a chance to check out hospitality. They work really hard to have fun. You guys can have a place to go in and eat and relax. All right, is Cheryl in the house? Come on up. Cheryl is in charge of our special events, which is gaming, the Masquerade, the Fetish Fashion Show. Am I missing anything?
Just about 10 more.
All right. A lot of stuff.
Hi, did everyone have a good time at special events? I'd really like to thank my amazing staff, especially Alan, the best second anyone's ever had. We've seen this year. Brian handled schedule gaming. Thank you, members.
I'll be quick, all right? I don't think any of my staff members are here because I ran them into the ground this weekend. But I had 10 staff members that helped me out in the scheduled gaming room. We ran over 350 hours of gaming. 40 of those hours were drop hours. Means that somebody came in, wanted to play a game, and just sat down and played it with a whole bunch of people. I want to thank Jordan, one of my members. He was first time at the con, and he was his first experience of waking up in front of an elevator and also at the hospital because he drank a little too much. But he also came to his shift this morning after coming back from the hospital. mom-daughter combo team on my squad, and Craig, the father, helped lead Games to Gamers and Gamers to Games, and also was the most incredible dad. We ran what was called Uncensored Gaming for over 18. His daughter's birthday is Tuesday. He let her join in on the games, and they played Cards Against Humanity and had a blast. Best father I know so far. And Kristen, she's energetic, multifaceted, and an excellent gamer, and I want to wish her a happy birthday, though she's not here on way home. And I want to thank my second, Grizz. He recruited all of the minions to help run this show and help keep everything stress-free.
Yeah, we had a few dances.
Who went dances?
Really like to thank my dancing staff. My DJs are awesome. Masquerade, people who put on the masquerade were incredible this year. I don't think any of them are in here, but they did a great job. And same with the Finish show. And everyone else that worked for me, there were so many I can't even go there. So thank you all for coming and making our event successful.
Missed anyone? Sean, you want to say something quick about the hotel, or just want to...
The hotel is still standing. I did my job.
All right, how many of you guys stayed here? All right, do us a favor. If there was someone you saw or helped you out during this time period that you liked or well, please let us know. Email
hotels with an S at Norwescon.org, and I will inform the hotel, and the hotel treats those that we compliment very well. So if someone really stepped up and did something for you, please let us know.
Or I don't think I missed any execs, did I?
The chair, the vice chair.
I wasn't there yet.
Secretary, business.
Fine, secretary, you having a good time? She didn't have a microphone. She didn't have to carry around headset all day weekend. So every time I saw her, she was smiling and enjoying herself.
Rob, I worked my tiny off.
I know you did, but you're always smiling. It was awesome. She always smiles anyway. Is our business department here? Nope. They're counting stuff, making sure everything is comes out smooth for us. So, all right. So I opened the opening ceremonies with our chair and vice chair. Opening ceremonies.
We had this discussion. Closing ceremony.
Hold on. So I would like to close our closing ceremonies with our chair and vice chair, Peggy Stewart and Brad Nelson. Come on up. So you guys made it.
We did. We did. He's had very little sleep, but that's his fault.
It is. 4:30 this morning, I think I went to bed.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's early for you, isn't it, Brad?
It is. Normally I watch the sun.
He's an ex-security boy, so, you know, they're used to walking around the phone all night. It's a hard habit for them to break.
It is.
So anything exciting happened for you guys this weekend you want to talk about, share, highlight?
Well, for me, it was obviously being a first-time chair and having to help put on this entire convention. That was pretty darn exciting in itself. I think the highlights were the guests, though. You know, the little personal highlights, the lifetime dinner for us, for me, and how many times I had to speak, and I don't think I actually fumbled too badly any of those times.
No, it's been a great convention. I say every year, I mean, most of my time has been spent in the winds, and, you know, several times this weekend I went up and talked to somebody, just like I am now, and, why are you talking to me? Then they look down at the badge and go, oh, awesome, okay. So, it's actually been a really humbling experience, too, because we're working around, you know, everywhere else in the fray, and getting into the running cables and all that kind of stuff is fun, but you don't really get to see everything as a whole. So it's been a really neat experience to see everything, and we'll sit down and have dinner with everyone and actually buy something at the dealer's room.
Did you see the con?
I did.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, like you said, it was very humbling. You'd be in an elevator where people were trapped, of course, with nowhere to look. And they'd look at your name badge, and then they'd see that I was the chair, and they would thank me for a convention. And I thought, wow, that's so weird, but it's so cool. You know? Because it's like, it wasn't me. I can tell you that. They voted me in, and then Brad and I, well, they voted us both in, and then Brad and I sat together, and we picked an excellent team of execs, and it's them and their staffs. I mean, we are just here to be there for problems and help and make the occasional big decision, but we have the best volunteers, staff, execs, everything on our committee. They're just phenomenal. And they work really hard, and they do deserve a huge thank you.
We definitely have some of the best volunteers I think I've seen in other various different volunteer organizations I've been a part of. And I mean, I don't say this about many places, but this is like a family to me. So.
Well, and then you've got the attendees. I mean, you guys are fabulous, and then so many of you step up and actually join us as volunteers in the beginning and then become staff. Keep in mind, we have a volunteer picnic in
July 22nd.
July 22nd. The information will be on the website. So if you volunteered at the convention and you just have an interest in, you know, being on staff next year, come and join us. We'll have a good time. We're going to be at Point Defiance, which should be way cool. And then our first meeting is in September, and the dates will be put on the website. And, you know, we're always looking for new Concom staff to, you know, help us get bigger and better and, you know, tap your specialties, man. We can always use it. But beyond that, I would love to thank our guests. You all were just beyond wonderful. You guys did so much for us and worked so hard. I mean, you guys were on a lot of panels, and I know everybody loved you guys. And we just can't thank you enough for saying yes to us and coming this year. And we do, as Rob said, we really hope that you guys will, you know, come back and visit us because, you know, you're like family now. We fed you, now you gotta come back.
All right, I want to thank you guys. I personally, it's hard for me, Peggy is my wife, but being as your personnel director for both you guys, I felt honored and had a good time.
Well, thank you.
Thank you guys.
I got to say one more thing, because I didn't do it. I have 2 people that work for me in my section, and Sean and Christy. I don't know if Christy's in here, but Sean working for the hotels, Christy. They did an outstanding job for hotels. I didn't have to want for anything. So I just, that's so much work.
Did anybody go to the guest of honor banquet? Well, that was under me, and Allie Grieve is the lovely woman who put it on and organized it, so I want to thank her. And I want to thank William for handling the PK Dick, which is also directly under the chair. And elections, Doug Booz, who is way busy down in the art show, but he is wrangling the elections for next year to see who's chair, vice chair, and guest of honor committee. And last but not least is Philip Buff, who had a very, very exciting weekend. He got married